man. I mean, you know, like you said, we're in a crazy time right now, man, and people are just trying to figure it out of how to move forward, man. And there's no right answers, you know. It's just trial and error and doing what we gotta do, you know. Well, you know, with the quarantine experience, like you said, you know, it's not too much different, you know. Like, you know, people like me and other people, you know, we're studio rats or we're homebodies, so you know, we're always stationed one place for, you know, a certain amount of time, just creating and working on different projects and working with artists coming through. So, you know, it didn't really affect me that way, but it did affect, you know, me moving around and traveling and touring and performing, you know, how I've usually done. So that was effective, and you know, just kind of adapting to the new way of how things are now. Like, you know, you got to constantly worry about wearing a mask and constantly worrying about keeping yourself, you know, isolated from other people, so to speak. And, you know, just having those things like have to be embedded into your mind now, which is, you know, something that you got to get used to. You know, but when it comes to the music aspect, nothing has really changed. You know, I'm still creative as ever, still releasing new music, still working with different people. So, you know, we just have to keep it going. A couple of things I haven't been able to do. I mean, you know, definitely performing, definitely just like you said, going out to, you know, whether it's a restaurant or you know, a movie theater or a lounge or something, you know, with people, you know, close to you. You know, I definitely want to get back to that. And, you know, just being able to just move around how we please, you know what I mean? How we, you know, we're accustomed to doing, in which that goes into the point of, you know, being appreciative of the luxuries that we did have, because we don't know what's going to happen in the future. And, you know, we sometimes take those things for granted. So, you know what I mean? Hopefully soon we can get back to that place. I've always been a grinder, you know, all the way from a young age. And I was just always a go-getter. So, you know, that mentality within that early time to, you know, going through the years to now, it's always shaped me to not focus on what I need other people to do for me. I've always had the mindset of, okay, let me figure it out myself. And, you know, if I need assistance, yeah, I'll bring in other people to help me with that. But, you know, I'm always thinking of new ways of, okay, how can I enhance my brand? How can I grow the brand? How can I be more creative musically, business-wise, you know, adapting with new technology, whether it's social media or, you know, musical techniques for software, hardware, you know, just different aspects of everything. And, you know, I use that to, you know, where we are now in this time. You know, you have to get as creative as possible, you know, not only musically, but just in a business sense, like figure out ways to generate revenue a different way. You know, we all know we can't go on the road right now. So, you know, they're doing streaming shows now. So, you know, you can do a pay for per view streaming show, you know, generate revenue that way, or do something on social media live to generate revenue, or sell merchandise online, or, you know, whatever it is that you could do, there's ways. You just got to be creative enough to see what works for you. Probably about a year and a half ago, I thought about writing or starting, you know, my own book, just to, you know, have the stories even outlined and seeing, you know, how the stories transitioned and, you know, all those different type of things. So it's something that I want to do moving forward, you know. But again, you know, it's always more that you want to accomplish and do. And, you know, it's so much more that I have in store and that I want to portray and just show to the world. You know what I mean? Because, you know, a lot of people think that being you know, whether it's a recording artist or just a musician, that it's easy. And that, you know, if you know somebody or oh, I can make a record like that person just made and think that you're going to get hot, like, it doesn't work like that at all. Like, even the misconception of, because I believe this is a misconception, that people get on overnight. That's definitely not true. Like, even if people made it out to be, Absolutely not. Like, usually when, like, even back in the day, to where, like, you know, you didn't have the social media, right? So you would have to go to the record labels. You had to go up to the radio stations. You had to go to the mom and pop stores and all that, right? Even if you were trying to get a deal and go to the record labels, people forget this is a business. So if you don't have value within you or your talent, then why would they sign you if they know that they're not going to make any money? It's all about making money. So what can we leverage and make money off of your image and your brand? And then a lot of times artists were just sitting on the shelf because they didn't know what to do with them yet. So they had to create that value. So it's never overnight. Even if you got a hit record, it's going to take months, probably a year or more for that record to pop. And you've learned the business. You've learned the business of how things work. So you know, okay, maybe I don't need to be taking this 360 right now. Or I don't need to be giving up 60% of my publishing. Or I don't need to just be getting 2 points on an album. You know what I mean? Like, all of those different things you would know going into the situation because you've had experience. You know what I mean? And it's not reversed. Like, because I see it all the time. Like, or I have seen it in the past where, you know, artists sign the first deal that is offered to them because it looks good on paper, you know, to them, you know, because you see all those zeros. But, I mean, you got to pay all that back. And if you're not selling, it's going to be real hard. Everybody, make sure you follow me on social media at King James Worthy, all one word. I also have a brand new music video that's dropping end of May called This Wave, Myself and Truth Hurts. So it's kind of like a movie. You know, it's in movie format. It's really, really dope, cinematic. So I'm excited for everybody to see that video. And after that video, we're going to be dropping the music video for my latest record called Do You Know? More so like quarantine music, you know, just give the ladies something, you know, to look forward to, you know, in quarantine time, you know, music-wise. So that video is dropping soon. And a lot of collaborations, too. You know, I got some guest appearances that I'm on that's coming out soon. So, yeah, man, just staying consistent.